Hello everyone, I'm back at Pine Flat. Perfect time to go fishing. It's still cold. The sun is just now coming out. Two rods with me. I'm gonna set up for live worms and just let it sit there, dead stick it. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know if you can catch catfish this time of year, but who knows. That's why I call it a mystery rod, because with a live worm you don't know what you're gonna catch. And I'm gonna just use drop shot on the other rod and walk up and down the banks to see if I can catch bass. And fishing with us today will be Patty and Yink, and they'll be doing the same thing, just going up and down the banks trying to catch bass. Enough with all the talk, let's start fishing. Chill, look at the size of that sucker. This is the worms I use, guys. Walmart Zoom worms. I use the watermelon red or the pumpkin green. You guys see that? And just a disclaimer, I am not sponsored by this company or any of the products I'm showing you, okay? Just letting you know what my secrets are. That is what I use, and the 1/8 ounce weight. It's a teardrop weight, but you can use any weight. Drop shot weight, whatever, but it's an 1/8 ounce. That's what I use. And when it comes to the line, I have a high visibility line. Okay, I'll show you here in a minute. You guys seen in my video, are wondering what is that yellow line? Well, I use high vis. For those of you new to the drop shot, or if you already know, because it helps. It helps you see if the fish bites on the drop, which 50% of the time is what happens. As your weight is dropping to the ground, they will bite, and you can see that, you know, you got to bite just by if you see the line. And I like to use the spider wire. Again, I'm not sponsored by this company. Ultimate Mono 10-pound as my leader. I love this stuff because it's strong, and the diameter of it is almost similar. It's very compared. Now, without getting technical and looking at the specs, but it feels and looks the same diameter as a 6-pound line, but it's 10 pounds. You got to use a leader when you're using high vis line. This is my high vis 6-pound line. Okay, it's blingy too, but I'm not just supporting the color. I do it because I'm blind and I need to see the line, if it's coming at me or whatnot. All right, guys, this is the Zoom worm I was talking about. This is a 1/8 ounce teardrop weight, and this is a number 2 plain shank hook. That's what I use. Okay, I mean, you guys can argue with me what's better, but this, I'm just letting you all know what I use and what I'm catching everything with. It's got to be plain shank, because if you go to Walmart, okay, I'm cheap. I don't buy that expensive stuff. This is Walmart. 50 of these hooks, like $4. And you got to make sure it's plain shank, not the barb, the bait kind, where it has barb on the shank, because that's going to mess with your worm, because you're going to hook this up, wacky rig it, okay? For those of you who don't know what that is when you hook the worm like this. That's wacky rig. So when you tug the line, it causes that motion right there. This is my setup. I'm just letting you guys know what I do and how I'm catching them. Pretty much. And then I use a 6-pound, what I was saying, that Spider Wire Ultimate Mono 10-pound. I use 6 feet of that stuff, leader, to my high vis line. Okay, 6 feet, and I use about 4 feet between the hook and the weight. Well, maybe it depends how far you're going to cast, because the farther you cast, the longer that has to be. Okay, if you're closer to the shore, to the bank, I usually make at least 3 feet from the hook to the weight. This is a teardrop weight, I think it's called. Don't quote me on it, but you can use any weight. But I'm using an 1/8 ounce teardrop, and I use a uni knot, one knot. Okay, you know how a uni knot, you can wrap it as many times as you want. I do it one time. I put like 1 inch of tag on it. Okay, a uni knot with 1 inch tag. If you use this line, I can't vouch for any other line, but I know this line works. When you use a uni knot with a 1 inch tag, can you guys see that? 1 inch tag about, and 1 uni knot. Don't wrap it any more than that. What happens is when you get snagged on a rock, okay, you just tug on the line and put pressure, and this will slip. It will slip to let go of your whole rig, so you don't lose your worm and everything. It works. Okay, this is how I do it. It works, unless you're snagged on the hook, and then you're just going to lose it all anyway. But I'm saying, if you get hooked on a rock or anything on the ground that's involving the weight, you just put a lot of pressure on the line, and this will slip. Just to prove it, watch. See, I'm tugging on it. Boom, it came off. See that? And you got to tug it pretty hard. And if that happens, you got to cut you see the little swirls on the line? To reattach another weight, you got to cut that off. This guy's first catch of the day. He was a fighter. Look how I got him. Spotted bass. He was hungry. He tore it up, man. Measure him. He's 13, guys. 13 incher. Catch and release day. Playing with it, guys. Earlier I felt some nibbles. Feels like a dink though. I don't think of anything big. Big ones usually just swallow it. They don't mess around. The little ones like to tug it, bump it. I don't know what they're doing, but they don't commit to it like the big ones. There you go. Got him. See if I'm right about this one. Yep. As I was saying. You drop shot enough, you kind of know the bites, or just fishing in general. The tugs, the pulls. Little guy. Dink. Barely got him in the lip, but I got him. Spotted bass. They gotta eat too. They wanna. That's the beauty of bass. They're predatory fish, so they're so much fun to catch. Little guy like this, I mean, he's little. It's not even legal. It's not even 12 inches. They don't mess around, and they just eat anything. They can eat stuff that's twice their size. Love it. Catch and release. Largemouth. Right here, this guy. Inches. Catch and release, guys. What? Snagged again? Got to be kidding me.
And just remember, if you ain't snagging, you ain't fishing.